Welcome back to Inside the Heat. Before Ray Allen joined the Miami Heat in 2012, he had a few stops along the way. After spending his first 12 years in the NBA with the Bucks and the Supersonics, it was time for Ray to move on once again. And this time, he would be heading back to the Northeast to join the fabled Boston Celtics, forming a big three in Boston with Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett. Ray Allen was ready to chase down his first NBA championship and more big game moments to his Hall of Fame-worthy career. Finally headed to Boston. What was that like for you?
I started looking toward the future, and I thought, this is going to be great for my career. The people called us the Big Three, but we never accepted that, because we had guys that stepped up and really played big minutes for us throughout the course of the season. So we were one of 12. Everybody had ownership, and that was the one thing that was special about our team.
Allen for three.
Playing in your first NBA Finals, Game 6, you make 7 threes, defeat the Lakers 4 games to 2. Your first, and to this point, your only NBA championship. How thrilling was it?
It's just one of those magical moments. That moment will be talked about in correlation to my career forever. You know, you play the game just solely to win. You know, you can walk out of the gym and say, I left everything out there, and we achieved the ultimate goal. I felt good for myself for once. You know, after it happened, it's like, you know what, I want to create more moments like that.
February 10th, 2011. That was the night you passed Reggie Miller to become the NBA's all-time leading three-point shooter.
Here's Allen with a deep three.
How memorable a night was that for you?
That's the moment everybody will talk about, and they'll seal it with a picture or with a ball or with a video, but it goes back to those days in college, going back to when Coach Calhoun came up to me and said, if you want to be special, you need to get up those shots and do what the regular guys won't do. That moment is what made it all worth it. And my wife said, how many people in the world could say they're the all-time greatest at something? And I never looked at it that way, but I was like, that is, you know, a great accomplishment, and it's something that I always cherish.
Does Ray Allen turn the page on Boston, Miami?
You found yourself in a situation as a free agent, whether to stay with Boston or move on. What swung you to Miami?
How the Boston team was putting their team together, and as I was trying to figure out how I fit into their fold, it seemed as though I didn't fit. I started looking around, and I started thinking, I was like, well, am I going back to Boston?
All right, the Miami Heat have made it very clear they are all in on Ray Allen.
If Pat Riley was a baseball player, he'd be a closer.
Ray Allen is leaving the Big Three in Boston and joining the Miami Heat.
The Miami situation became more and more intriguing because you already won, and you feel as though adding me to the fold will help you win.
He can play multiple positions, but his skill set, his professionalism as a champion, he fits very well with who we already have here, and is a great complement to the champions we have here.
We brought Ray here to win and be part of this organization, and we hope that he ends his career here, and we hope that we can be the one that hangs his number up in our rafters.
I felt this sense of great respect and want coming from not only the organization, but the players and the fans anywhere I went. And, you know, it's great to feel wanted.
You know, I'm happy that we got him on our side now. And I know one thing, you know, with having Ray, there won't be no arguments of who's shooting the technical free throws now.
Well, I'm glad that Ray Allen was my teammate now, and I don't have to chase him around anymore, because he was tough. And anytime you add a guy like that, caliber and credentials of a Ray Allen, it's going to give your team a tremendous lift.
He's the same shooter on the move as he is stand still, and that's what makes him a special shooter.
It definitely helped. It leaned in the favor of being here in Miami. I was excited. I went back and we talked about it with my family, and, you know, obviously we got home and we had to decide, you know, what was best for us. And the kids, too.
So there's a basketball decision to be made and also a family decision to move your beautiful family from New England to South Florida. What was that whole process like?
I thought about my son with diabetes and hospitals, being able to take care of him and, you know, keep him in a good place, you know, like they had done such a great job there in Boston. We learned that Miami hospitals, you know, are just equally as good, and they take just as great care of the diabetes patients down here. And when we got down here, and my son he thrives in this warm weather. You know, he's able to be outside more. So, you know, from that aspect, it's been somewhat of a blessing in disguise because the kids are a little bit healthier.
Welcome back to Inside the Heat. In the summer of 2012, as a free agent, Ray Allen left Boston and chose Miami to begin his 17th season in the NBA with the defending champions. Allen embraced both the challenge and the change, which included moving his family to South Florida, redefining his role on his new Heat team, and even switching his jersey number back to 34. But some things would not change, like his professionalism, his positive attitude, and his legendary work ethic that has carried him throughout his career.
He's redefined himself constantly over and over, and he's doing it again with us. And the fact that he's done that, I think that's given him longevity.
He's the all-time best at three-point shooting, and it's not just because he has an extreme talent, but because he understands the game and because he puts in the work.
He comes into work early every day. He gets his hundreds and thousands of shots in per day, per week, and it shows in his results.
He gets here when the parking lot lights are just cutting on at like 7:30. You just can imagine the kind of work he puts in. I mean, some of the drills that I've seen Ray do are things that I've never seen in my career.
He strikes fear in you, doesn't he? He's one of the few guys that has a definitive catch-and-shoot Hall of Fame game. It's proven in this league, and if you don't scheme for that, he'll make you pay.
Of the many adjustments Allen would have to make with the Heat, his most challenging would be sacrificing his starting role.
Coming off the bench, you just always have to stay ready.
Out to Allen for three. Allen got it, and welcome officially to the Miami Heat, Ray Allen.
When the timeout comes, I may jump up and get off the bench and run to half court to get everybody a little high five and just keep my body moving. So it's just a new challenge, and I look forward to appreciate those challenges because life always gives us some type of challenge in some different aspect, and that's kind of been what I've been going through.
Against Fareed. Allen for three. Got it! Ray Allen plus a foul!
Playing with LeBron James and Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh, you've gotten so many open looks.
Wade spins, kicks it out. Allen for three. Allen from downtown.
Ray Allen for three. Come on.
James into the corner. Allen, quick release. Allen from downtown.
You and LeBron have already developed an instant chemistry and connection. He always seems to find you. What's it like playing with those guys?
Well, most of what I've done over my career, you see the defense shift towards me, and now it's all shifting towards LeBron.
LeBron on the move. Allen for three. Yes!
When we're out there playing, I see him going so fast, and I always know, get in this spot, be ready. You know, he sees you, he knows where you are. It definitely makes for a great situation.
LeBron in trouble with 4 on the shot clock. Allen for three. Got it! Ray Allen to the rescue again!
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Pleasure to meet you.
You too.
In 1997, you started your foundation, Ray of Hope Foundation. Talk about that, what you're trying to accomplish, and how gratifying it's been for you to help others.
We started trying to find ways to get me into the community and give back to the people that always supported me, the people in Connecticut and any city that I've played in. We try to make sure we center around the holidays.
Allen did not waste much time giving back to the Miami community with his Ray of Hope Foundation event that would provide toys to the local children during the holidays.
Myself and my foundation, we just want to find a way to give back to the kids in Miami. So when they wake up on Christmas Day, there's a present sit there that they didn't think they would have gotten otherwise.
That's awesome what you're doing for the kids.
Thank you, I appreciate
really
that.
Appreciate that,
yeah,
right?
thank you.
For him to supply over 200 inner city children with toys and to see him be just such a light for all of our inner city youth, I think it's just awesome.
Another key part of Allen's foundation focuses on education and renovating computer labs.
I've found ones that we've done, the excitement that you see the kids now coming to school with because they know they have the opportunity to have the tools to learn. Hopefully we can create some type of wave where everybody sees that. We know we got to put more into our school system and our kids and our education because they are our future.
Ray, you're 37 years old now. This is your 17th NBA season. Could you have imagined such sustained success and longevity?
No, I always thought 12 to 14, and then I'd figure out something else to do, I'd go overseas and play. But I'm at 17, and I feel like I'm supposed to play 5 more.
So the NBA's all-time three-point king, a 10-time All-Star, over 23,000 career points as you near the top 20 and among all-time scorers in the NBA, and so far a one-time NBA champion. Of all your accomplishments, what are you most proud of?
Through it all, just being able to build a family, being able to allow all the things to happen and still say what's most important is the family, because in the NBA, the family is your team that you play on, and most of those guys are my brothers all year long, but what really sustains me is my family, and I have beautiful kids that have always been there and saw everything, and now they're growing up being able to watch it. I want them to always be able to look back at what I've done and say, that was my dad.
Ray Allen's accomplishments in his remarkable 17-year career already makes him one of the greatest players and people in NBA history. He is a 10-time All-Star, the all-time leader in three-point field goals, and he is nearing his entrance as one of the NBA's top all-time 20 scorers with over 23,000 career points. With his skill and leadership, Ray Allen is hoping to win his second championship and help the Miami Heat to their third NBA crown. For the Heat Nation, it is both a thrill and privilege to watch Ray Allen work and play. Thank you for enjoying this edition of Inside the Heat. I'm Eric Reed.